This Transformers 96 here with another video. I'm going to be talking about some newly shown items. This time we have from Mattel, their DC Comics Multiverse Justice League wave. Now we have seen this wave debuted, like a month or so ago. They did show like official images of it, but now we have the in-package looks of the figures, so we see them in person, as well as more interestingly, we have the Build-A-Figure, and it is the Build-A-Figure I was hoping for. So let's get talking about it though. Here we have the assortment. Seeing that it's already in package, and some of these did pop up on eBay, it looks like this wave is probably going to be coming out very soon, which is exciting. So, just going over these figures kind of, with their closer images, as you can see, we have an armored Batman. We're not going to get a regular Batman in the actual wave itself, possibly as an exclusive or something, but the armored Batman is the normal Batman in the wave. It actually looks pretty nice. It didn't look good in the official image, but in package, it looks pretty solid. There's enough armor pieces that it looks pretty intense and pretty bulky. It does seem to bulk up like really big towards the shoulders, and then makes the legs kind of look skinny, but it's not a big issue. I still think that it does look very nice. The only thing that kind of is disappointing is that he doesn't come with any accessories, which is just weird. Batman obviously uses tools and weapons and things, so I think accessories for a Batman figure are pretty necessary. He does have a cloth cape, which is nice. From what we saw on that official image of it, though, it didn't look like the best quality cloth cape, but I do still like the fact that he does come with a cloth cape. Superman, from what I can see, is just a repaint of the last one, and it's obviously not repainted that much different. But the head sculpt, I do think that the head sculpt is new. It's hard to say, though. He also does have a cloth cape. I'm glad that he has a cloth cape, because then it's just something a little more different about him. And then, as you can see, they're Build-A-Figure pieces. I'll talk about Steppenwolf when we get the image of him on the back. But as you can see, you can kind of get an idea of his scale compared to the rest of the figures in this wave based on the pieces in their packages. Then we have Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman, unfortunately, looks like it's a straight-up repackage from the Toys R Us exclusive one from her own movie, except that she comes with a different sword. That seems to be the only difference there, which is really disappointing because I bought that Wonder Woman. And now, knowing that she's in this wave and that I'm going to need her Build-A-Figure piece, I think that I probably shouldn't have bought that one, even though it came with the Ares shield, which I wanted. So I'm very disappointed about this. I wish that it was different, or at least a different head sculpt, or even different paint, at the very least, but it doesn't even look like a repaint. It just looks like a repackage. And her sword handle looks so massive. Like, I don't know how she's supposed to hold that. That's just really weird. So I'm pretty disappointed in that figure. If I can just get her Build-A-Figure piece, I totally will, because obviously I already have the figure. No reason to buy it again. Flash was the only one that looked like really good in his official images that they showed, and he looks just as good in package. He looks like an excellent figure. My only issue is that they're not giving you anything with him to kind of express his power, which I think is necessary. Some electric, pieces to kind of attach to him would have been really cool, and they did that with other CW Flash figures, so I feel like they should be able to do it for him too. As you can see, he comes with the leg of Steppenwolf, and the leg looks very big. You can clearly see his Build-A-Figure piece in the package, so you can get a good idea of the scale just from the Flash package. Flash is definitely the one that I'm most excited for in this wave. Then Cyborg. Cyborg looks interesting. It looks like there's a lot going on, which I do like, but it does look a little blocky as far as it kind of looks cheap that way. However, it still does look neat. I'm interested to see how it's going to look in person, and it could actually be pretty nice. So I'm excited for him. He does come with a gun, although the glare there really makes it hard to see what it is. I don't know if it's like, if you can interchange it with his arms, that would be pretty cool, but it looks like there's a good chance that's the case. And as you can see, he comes with Steppenwolf's arm and a weapon for Steppenwolf, and that does look like a large and pretty detailed weapon, which is very nice. Aquaman looks pretty good. I think that he looks pretty solid. A lot going on in his costume. Head sculpt looks pretty good, and yeah, he looks like a nice solid figure, and obviously comes with a trident. Now here we can see Steppenwolf on the back. Steppenwolf will be the main antagonist in Justice League to kind of prepare for the big one, which will be Darkseid in a future Justice League film, at least from what we're aware. And obviously in the comics, Steppenwolf reports to Darkseid. But as you can see, he looks very cool. It's hard to get a great look at him here. It's very much, he's got a similar look to his comic design. However, in the deleted scene of Batman v Superman, he had a much different look, and I have to say the deleted scene I think, looked a lot cooler than this. However, if they made him kind of like a big monster, kind of like he was in that deleted scene, they'd have to make Darkseid an even bigger, big monster, and then that means they'd have 3 with Doomsday. So I understand their reasoning to go with something smaller and a little bit less massive CGI type, something to go with something that's a little more blended. But personally, I do like the other design better. However, this is still very cool. He does look nice. I'm hoping he has good articulation. It looks like he has a ball-jointed torso instead of Mattel's usual ab crunch waist swivel, so that's kind of neat, that's the same thing that Ares had, and Ares was an excellent Build-A-Figure, even though it wasn't quite accurate. Now, some people are saying, well, who knows if Steppenwolf will actually look like this, considering Ares didn't look anything like his Build-A-Figure, his Collect and Connect. However, I don't think that's the case. I think that, they were keeping Ares' look pretty close to the vest, and it probably didn't get official approval until the last seconds of the post-production of the film, when they were doing it. So I could see that happening one time. I doubt it's going to happen again, though. So I do think that this will probably be what Steppenwolf will look like in the movie. And I'm very excited that he's the Build-A-Figure. If he wasn't the Build-A-Figure, if they just picked something else that I didn't really have interest in, similar to what they did with Batman v Superman, instead of doing Doomsday, they did a gun replica that was just stupid. If they did that in this wave, I probably would only pick up Flash and Aquaman and maybe Cyborg, but now that they did do Steppenwolf, I do plan to get them all, or at least get all the Build-A-Figure pieces. However, Cyborg, Aquaman, and the Flash are the only ones that I'll absolutely get. If I can get the other three's Build-A-Figure piece for a good price just alone, I'll do that, but if not, I will buy the figures in order to complete Steppenwolf, and you do need to buy 6 figures to complete him, unlike Ares, where you only need to buy 4, which was quite nice. So, there you go, that's my thoughts on this Build-A-Figure wave. Looks solid enough, I'd say. Mattel isn't great, and who knows if they'll ever improve to be much better. However, this does look like a solid assortment of figures. There's a couple here that look like really good figures, like Aquaman and Flash. There's a couple that look like they could be okay, like Cyborg and Batman. And then there's a couple that just look lazy, like Wonder Woman and Superman. Superman being mainly just a reused figure, Wonder Woman being completely a reused figure, not even a repaint. So overall, looks like a interesting wave, obviously for a massive movie. I'm hoping that there are maybe some exclusives that are attached to this wave so that we get some other characters like a Parademon. I would totally army build Parademons if they look cool, so that would be amazing if we could get one of those. There's also Mira's in this movie too, so it would be interesting to get her, things like that. So hopefully we will get a few more characters. Other versions of Batman, because he'll have at least one other costume. So there you go, that's my thoughts on this Mattel Multiverse Justice League wave with the Steppenwolf Collect and Connect figure. Let me know what you guys think of it, and thanks so much for watching.